Mayflom here. Welcome to my studio. Welcome to a new crafting video. We're going to be making this rainbow today, this wooden rainbow. And I'm also talking about my new class, actually, that includes a project very similar to this. So stay tuned at the end and I'll explain. For a project like this, you're going to want white acrylic paint. That's actually optional. But the first step is going to be to paint the sides, and I'm also painting the back of this so that it's not unfinished wood. If you do not mind it being unfinished wood, or if you just want to stain or leave it the natural wood, you're certainly welcome to. I put a lot of paint on the largest thick piece, and then the smaller pieces, I'm just edging them in white. Now, I don't worry about if I get some on the front or the back. That's not a problem. Really, what we're just looking for here, if you're going to be going with the white paint, is just a nice smooth coating. This is just to turn it white instead of wood color. That's the only purpose, and it is totally optional. Once you have finished this, you're going to want to set those aside and let them dry. And then we're going to want to pick out some pattern papers. Now, you could go with paint colors, of course, but I'm covering these in pattern paper. So I'm taking some PPA adhesive and I'm just putting a little bit of all around, not too close to the edge. And then what I'm going to do is take my paper and I'm really just going to kind of smear my paper around here. What that's going to do is just distribute the adhesive all over. And then I'm going to be flipping these upside down and letting them dry. So you pick your papers, whatever those might be, put the glue down, put the paper down, and again, you see how I kind of like using the paper to move this around? That just lets me use one less foam paintbrush or one less tool or get my fingers a little less dirty, and then flip upside down to dry. Flipping upside down to dry is just going to make it so that the paper dries really nice and solid on those pieces. And then I'm just going to stack these up, let them completely dry. And once they're dry, we will be able to move on to assembly. This project is super, super simple. You can cut around this with scissors, as you see me doing here. And basically, you're not going to super stress about perfect cutting. You just want to get it pretty good because we will be taking some sandpaper or sanding block and working on those edges, smoothing those edges down. Gives it a really nice look. So don't stress out too much about this. If you don't want to use scissors, you can also use an X-Acto knife, a craft knife. As you see me doing here, you just want to make sure you're working on a mat that is meant for craft knife use so that you're not slicing through your table or anything like that. And removing all of those pieces. Now, you can save those scraps of pieces, use those with paper punches, with die cuts, and get the most out of that, of course. Now, you guessed it, it's assembly time. We're just going to take our liquid adhesive and glue them together. But first, as you see me doing here, I'm using a sanding block, and you'll notice that I'm starting at the top and sanding down or away. What this is doing is it's making sure that I'm not ruffling up those edges of paper. It's making sure that I am going with the paper so that any excess or any rough spots go off and away instead of lifting up any possible edges. Then, you guessed it, glue and place. Now you can be done here, or what I am going to do is actually get out a variety of sequins and gems and seed beads. And I'm going to apply that same PPA adhesive that I keep using over the top. And I'm going to add a sprinkling of embellishment. This is just going to bring a sparkle and shine to my happy pastel little unicorn of a rainbow here in the studio. Now you see I'm just using my finger just because I don't want to dirty another brush, but you could certainly use a foam brush or a paintbrush to apply a thin coating. You don't need a lot. You just need enough to make everything stick. And then once dry, you can check and make sure that everything is holding together. If not, can you put a little more adhesive on? Could you put a few more embellishments on? Of course. You could also add anything else that you have and think you would like to use. Glitter, glitter glue, anything sparkly at all that you think you would like to add to your creation, you're welcome to. So that's it. Super quick and easy. Really, you just have to be able to wait for dry time. Now, something that I'm doing now that I'm super excited about, and I hope you guys will be too, I'm having crafting classes where I'm mailing you a kit that has either everything you need or very darn close to everything you need to make projects. And my current one is a rainbow class kit. It's not the exact same papers, but they're similar, and you get the wood base and everything else and a bunch of other stuff to make different rainbow themed projects. So if you're interested, I put a link below in the description for this video so you can check it out, see what you think. And let me know if there are future videos that you'd like to see, future classes that you'd like to have. I am always open to talking to you guys about that. I have birthday card classes and scrapbooking classes and fun random DIY project classes. I am always adding both content here on YouTube and events like that, as well as virtual events where we get together and chat and craft and create. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked today's project. I had a really fun time with it. I just really needed some rainbow pick-me-up, and this definitely got it done, as well as being super easy, simple, and aside from dry time, quick and easy to create. I'll see you next time.